end-to-end solutions, including massive MIMO, serialized base station, microwave, various core networks, and terminals. As you may know, ZTE was the world's first to realize commercialization and scale of massive MIMO in 4G networks, which is one of the key technologies of 5G. Last month in China, we completed the world's first field verification of end-to-end 5G services based on our 5G infrastructure and 5G terminal, Informato. As you may know, ZTE was the world's first to realize commercialization and scale of massive MIMO in 4G network, which is one of key technologies. ZTE has a strong competitive advantage in 5G R&D. Every year, ZTE invests 3 billion RMB in 5G research. ZTE has filed more than 2,000 5G-related patent applications. Currently, inside ZTE, over 3,000 experts are focused on 5G R&D. We are leading in 5G standalone and non-standalone tests. We will continue to increase R&D investments in the field of 5G to jointly promote 5G commercial deployment and industry cooperation. Through 2018, we have conducted 5G tests and have cooperated with 30 of the top carriers around the world. We will keep an open mind and continue to work for a win-win cooperation with leading carrier partners around the world. We are committed to connecting the world with networks and shaping the future through innovation. For ZTE mobile devices, obviously, our focus is 5G. We are leading the commercialization of 5G devices. We have technical advantages in providing devices supporting both sub-6 GHz and millimeter wave upon different carriers' requirements for global markets. We believe that 5G will accelerate the digital transformation for the whole society, including consumer and industry. In terms of consumer internet, 5G will improve personal and family digital experiences. People and their life will be seamlessly connected via various devices like never before. In terms of industry internet, 5G will enable the digitization of an entire business. We expect massive IoT internet connections that promote comprehensive digitization of the industry. We are optimistic about the development of 5G in vertical applications. In the 5G era, the diversification of 5G applicable scenarios will inevitably bring about diverse 5G terminal forms. ZTE will provide a full series of 5G terminal devices to meet the consumer's requirements for multiple 5G services and scenarios in the future, including smartphones and tablets, indoor and outdoor CPEs, vehicles, devices, and more, for 3 vertical categories: person, family, and drive. ZTE is also providing 5G modules which can be adapted for industry-specific use cases. ZTE is active in the 5G ecosystem and is collaborating with leading partners to accelerate the 5G terminal commercialization process. We are deploying 5G terminal field tests with mainstream carriers in 8 countries around the world, including Austria, China, Finland, Spain, and more. ZTE is always pioneering in the 5G terminal R&D process and market has marked several milestones. As a result, we are here today and excited to announce new 5G, new Axon. Now let's welcome Jeff Yi, Vice President, Innovation and Partnership, to introduce the amazing product.
So yes, we are definitely excited to be talking about 5G because this is the year that we're finally delivering 5G. We're not just talking about it anymore, this is the year. And so I will be introducing our next generation phone on 5G. But first I want to talk a little bit about 5G and why we need it. Now, the consumer is going to equate 5G with one word, and that's speed. So I'm going to start there. All right, 5G will be about 20 times faster than 4G once we get to theoretical speeds. But it's not just theoretical. ZTE has already lab tested up to 20 gigabits per second. We will get there soon. But 5G is more than that. Latency. Latency has improved significantly, about 10 times improvement over 4G. In ideal situations, about a millisecond. And also the number of connections has improved roughly 10 times as well. So the number of connections to be able to support the plethora of IoT devices in the next decade, it now supports about 1 million connections per square kilometer. That's 5G. But now, this is the exciting part. Our next generation phone is not only the next Axon, but ZTE's first 5G commercial phone, and I'm very pleased and honored to show you the Axon 10 Pro 5G. Now, I'm going to describe it in a little bit more detail. I want to start first with the problems. Right? 5G is very different. It's not a simple task to be able to engineer and design a 5G phone. I'll talk about 3 things. I'll get into more detail, but let's start at a high level first. Antennas. Right? To be able to get more data, carriers around the world are doing more RF bands. The problem is we need to be able to support the existing bands too, 2G, 3G, 4G, and now 5G, and make them all work together. And heat. Right? More data to transfer, to compute, just takes more energy, and inevitably that leads to more heat. The last one is industrial design. Right? With more antennas and other components, we have to fit that into something that still fits in the hand, in the pocket, in the purse, and so there's a size constraint. But we still must make it both functional and fashionable. So those are our challenges. So I'm going to talk through each one of these. So first off, the solution on the antenna. Now the 5G antennas is roughly about 50% more than 4G. Right, but with our revolutionary slot antenna design, we're actually able to take all those antennas and put it into the same size antenna as 4G. It's also smart. Right, the next Axon automatically identifies usage scenarios, and what it will do is it will adjust that antenna to ensure the best RF signal. So we've done a lot of work on the antenna. Now another thing we've done a lot of work on is heat dissipation. Right, 5G is fast, but along with that comes more power. More power means more heat. And ZTE has been working on 5G for a decade now. That's what separates us from other manufacturers. We've been working on 5G for a decade, and this is one of the key areas that we focused on is heat dissipation. The Axon 10 Pro 5G will have an advanced cooling system that you see here to keep the phone at reasonable temperatures even when someone is holding it. Now, packing all of these features, right, with all the new components, there's roughly about 25% new components for 5G, 10% more if you include the advanced cooling system. That's 35% more that we have to pack in to something that still fits into a hand. But I hope you agree with me that our industrial designers have done it once again. They've managed to build a elegant, and it's still practical. It's blended into one harmonious whole device, and what you see here is the thickness. We've managed to get the thickness to be the same size as 4G, despite the increase in all the components. Now, it's a great looking phone, right? But in addition to being fashionable, it has to be functional. Now, the phone will, of course, support all the 4G apps. It's Android. It's backwards compatible. But the question that we are often asked is, what are the new applications with 5G? I'll tell you, this is a harder question to answer, and this is why. In the history of wireless, we've always ported from wireline, right? It always came first. The apps were there, and we ported it. 5G is the first time now that wireless is faster. But history tells us that when you make the pipe bigger, developers always find a way to fill it. And so we have an idea of what some of the applications are, and there's going to be so many more that we don't know. But I'll give you an idea of the types of apps that will come or will be enhanced because of faster speeds and also because of lower latency. Now the ones that we know are going to be enhanced, a little bit easier for us to predict, are the following. Live streaming, benefits from lower latency. Online gaming, certainly from more bandwidth and also from lower latency. Virtual reality should get much better as well. And cloud-based AI, that interaction between the server, you won't know the difference now. But there's so much more to the next generation of Axon, more than I'll be able to cover here in the press conference today. It sports a 19.5 by 9 ratio, and so it's about a 6.5-inch device with that ratio. It has an AMOLED display, right, with 3D glass that includes an in-display fingerprint sensor on the front. And total, it's about a 90% screen-to-body ratio with the new design. Now, it's designed for entertainment. With the Axon Vision technology, it has motion estimation for the display. It has superb audio with DTS, and has a very long-lasting 4,000 milliamp hour battery. But it's also designed for performance, right, with its lag-free technology and also with the latest processing from Qualcomm. There's one more thing it's designed for. It's designed for capturing the next generation of moments. And with that, I want to introduce the new AI triple camera. The AI triple camera has 3 lenses. Right? One is a 48 megapixel main lens. The other is a wide angle. It's a 20 megapixel lens. And then lastly, a 5 times optical zoom lens for the 3 lenses. Now, along with intelligence, we've added a lot of AI intelligence to the camera as well. These 3 lenses, plus a lot of software, allow some amazing things for both photos and for videos. I'll click through some of these examples. So for AI motion, for example, being able to track a subject while it's moving and remain in focus. Another one is AI scenes, so we can intelligently understand and predict what that scene is, and then we can adjust the lighting or the settings, but it also can be used for categorizing photos, such as this is New York City. Wide and zoom. Right, for the moments that you want to be able to capture more of a scene, you switch to the ultra-wide angle lens. And for the time that you want to pan in closer, you switch to the optical zoom lens. So we offer a lot of different options now to be able to capture that detail. And speaking of detail, under low light conditions, we can use frames from multiple different lenses and blend them together to be able to understand what that picture is intended to be, offering awesome pictures even at night. But there's much more, and there's more than just Axon. Now, the Axon is just one of a handful of devices that ZTE will be rolling out for 5G. Now, we're one of the few companies that can do this because we are for end-to-end. We're one of the few companies that have a network business all the way down to devices. We understand how to build devices that can connect into the next generation of networks. And these are some of the devices that you can expect to see from ZTE, some of which, like the CPE device here at home, will be on display at our booth. And so with that, I would now like to introduce one of our great partners that will be rolling out 5G with ZTE, Mr. Kalle Lehtinen, the CTO of Elisa. Please welcome Kalle.
Thank you, and good morning, everyone here. So I think, as most of you know, that Finland has always been forerunner in mobile technology. And the Finnish market has been leading in 3G, 4G, and we will be also leading 5G era. Finns are using most mobile data in the world. And most of the data is running in our network, in the Elisa's network in Finland. So what is the 5G value for our customers? We have earned great success offering our customers speed tier-based pricing with unlimited data. And with unlimited data, I mean really unlimited data with no limits. And we can clearly see that our customers value that model, our model. And satisfaction of our customers, customer satisfaction is closely correlated to the speed they receive from the subscriptions. So, as such, we believe that we create more value for our customers by providing even faster speeds with 5G. 5G will also give better opportunities to experience new services like VR and AR. And also, we feel that with this lower latency 5G is providing, we can help our customers in some specific use cases, for instance, in gaming. And believe that gaming will be the key driver in the first wave for 5G services in the phones. In this year, we have actually done the first 5G mobile gaming tournament with our partners. We also believe that these top use cases in consumer customers, those will be this enhanced mobile broadband and fixed wireless access, where we have already quite high user base in Finland in 4G networks. So, what are our plans for 5G rollout this year? Elisa is the first carrier in the world to launch 5G in Tampere, Finland last June. And since then we have opened several commercial 5G networks around Finland, in cities like Helsinki, Turku and Jyväskylä. So now the support from leading terminal manufacturers such as ZTE is crucial for us in achieving this 5G commercialization. And here ZTE has demonstrated very strong end-to-end competency and proven 5G innovation capabilities with the launch of this new Axiom smartphone. During this year, 2019, we set the same vision in accelerating this 5G commercialization process in the upcoming 5G era. And we will work closely to promote the large-scale 5G commercialization. All right, thank you.
Next partner I'd like to introduce is Ms. Xiaohong Zhou, who's the VP of Products, Intelligence, and Experience at Orange. Please welcome Xiaohong.
Good morning, everybody. It's a great pleasure to be here. Talking to you guys. Because Orange and ZTE, we have a long history. We've been operating since almost 10 years on the device side. So back to the, maybe for those who have not know about Orange branded device strategies, we might have a recap what had been done in Orange. So 15 years ago, we launched our first Orange branded device called essere, which is manufactured by HTC at that age, which has not named HTC yet. So that's a very interesting starting point. SPV represents speed, picture, and the video. It's just making sense for today because our customers are looking for 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G we're talking about later on. It's all the things the customers are requiring. So all the technology behind is driving the customer experience, and that's the satisfaction, which is the key for our business. So in this long story, and ZTE is one of the earliest partners with us. So in the past, Orange UK, which now becomes EE, and that's the one we started the first device with ZTE. And that after the launch in 2007, the first 2G iPhone, it was such a breakthrough. So we started with ZTE, the first touch phone. I learned the first words called capacitive screen. I was so, wow, that's a new change because we used to be the feature for the keyboard, etc. And this is changing the way we do things, and this is changing the way we use the devices. A whole new experience. But that's the first success with ZTE. Great job with the UK. Great success, and first top 10 top device prepaid. Then we move on to the 3G. The 3G, and same story. I don't know what's happening with ZTE. It's always the first one working with us. 3G San Francisco. We changed the name. We're not using SPV anymore. We changed the brand new name. We use the city names. And so with ZTE, again, we are the #1 in UK. So that's repeats the story again. 4G comes. Now we need more, we need bigger screen, higher speed, and we launched in Spain. And #1 top seller, the device 4G smartphone, launched in Spain in this country, and that's continued for 3 months. I was really impressed. So all these stories, I will try to tell you that technology is key. It's very important, but a good partner is even more important to drive this through. So now we come to the 5G story. So very interesting for you to discover and understand within it. When you go outside, you go to turn left to ZTE, you go right to ZTE, go left to Orange Boost. We have 3 5G doubles. In between, the middle of the stand, you have the 5G with ZTE. Thank you so much for that. And that's important for us to show you. We're not driving only with the big top players, 5G foldable, 5G real-time demo, with all the numbers in our booth. But the important one, we have driven also the democratization of the experience, as I mentioned, all this video story of immersive experience, of the customer requirement, and how we change the game with the industry and provided advantage to customers is with you guys. So you're one of the good partners for us since 10 years. I know you guys, and your team has renewed a little bit. It's giving even better confidence to us, and we are very happy and very impressed by the product that we launched. Prepared in such a short time. So please do go to there, to go to Orange Booth to discuss this product. And then a little bit more for sure for the 5G. So Orange will launch 17 cities, okay? In 5G cities will come in running out 2019. So France, Spain, Romania, etc. So it's part of a global planning. Orange is very much leading in the 5G space, and our president, Stefan Richard, the CEO as well, is also becoming the president of GSMR recently. So this is also showing Orange its importance in the 5G area. So in a nutshell, we are moving very fast in the 5G technology with immersive experience with all the customers who really want to enjoy. 5G is really a turning point. It's a real new age compared with the 4G and compared with the technology before. So we're talking about millennium and 5G, the real starting of the millennium. With your support, with your ZTE's device, I think we'll drive good future together and the future even better later on. Thank you so much.
Next partner I'd like to introduce is Thomas Clausen from Hutchinson Devices and Sales. Hello.
Hello everyone, my name is Thomas Clausen. I'm responsible for the devices and sales operations in Hutchinson, Dry, Austria. I want to talk about the long-term partnership we're having together in Austria with ZTE. But before we start with this, I want to show you a little bit about the operation in Austria. So we are part of the Hutchinson Group, and the Hutchinson Group has more than 300,000 employees, and we have more than 52 million subscribers running the operation in 5 European and 5 Asian countries. In Austria, we have 3.8 million subscribers. And there it's more or less a third of the whole market. We are running a nationwide 4G network with more than near to 5,700 base stations. And their majority is based on category 6. Category 13 is deployed in urban areas, and we run it on a carrier aggregation network based on ZTE technology. Now I want to talk a little bit about the partnership we have with ZTE. Our whole portfolio of CPEs is mainly driven by co-engineered hardware together with our engineers and our marketing team together with ZTE. The latest product we deployed with the DRI home service was unpacked and successfully launched in the Austrian market in December. And DRI Home stands for the latest real proof of the full potential of the pioneers of ZTE is capable to bring down to earth. So we started just with an idea in 2017 to launch a smart home product, and now we launched the most innovative and best smart home solution in the industry. So with easy use cases and easy installation. So key successor for our smart home is the embedded smart home function in the hardware. And there, the joint R&D team from our DRI team and also from the ZTE team brought the sophisticated use cases down to earth. But now I want to talk about the future. In Austria, we see the majority of the growth of the data hunger in the smartphone and also in the fixed net substitution area. So we in DRI believe the growth of the data consumption will sustainable go on and on. And with our network, we cover more than the half of the whole ISP data transport in Austria, which is 64 petabytes of data a month. I know this is amazing for a country which is just having citizens in 9 million people, but with the strong network in 4G, we can transport these volumes. And we strongly believe that 5G is the only technology future-proof to transport these data volumes in future. So we at DRI believe that the 5G technology will bring the possibility for low latency, for bigger data consumption down to earth, with the need of the majority B2B customer, but also B2C prosumer, and I think all of the consumer can benefit of 5G. Looking to television service, streaming service, the data consumption, especially in the urban areas, are that big that we need this technology to bring the speeds and the latency down to earth. And I am happy to announce here that both devices, the CPE and also the Exxon 10 Pro 5G, will be launched in the portfolio of DRI Austria really soon. Thank you.
Now for our last partner, I want to introduce, the speech will be given in Chinese, and then my colleague will do a very quick translation. So I would like to introduce Mr. Chen Fengwei, from Deputy GM from Unicom Essen.
女士们、先生们，上午好。我来自中国联通，是负责终端运营，尤其是5G 的终端的运营。非常高兴今天参加中兴的这款5G 首款旗舰机的这个发布。那么我们对5G 终端的发展呢有3个观点。第一个观点呢，我们认为5G 终端的来势比预想的要猛。通过这次 MWC 的会议，我们可以看出，产业链合作伙伴和全球的运营商都开始动真格的。第二个观点，目前5G 的商用应该说有重要的3个要素包括网络、用户的应用场景和终端。那么我们认为，在第一阶段 最先规模化商用的一定是 EMBB 场景。那么所以说，中兴本次发布的5G 旗舰手机也践行了这个判断。第3点，中国联通所有的5G 的合作将以规模化商用作为一个基本的原则来实现合作的共赢。那么接下来中兴的5G 终端与中国联通的合作，我们想主要会有3个作用和价值。第一，联通和中兴在5G 终端的合作将极大的推动全球5G 和中国的5G 的发展。第二，中兴的这个5G 终端将助力中国联通的5G 在全球乃至中国实现这个领先发展。那么在前期的网络准备阶段和现在阶段的 first call 和这个终端测试当中呢，中兴一直紧密的与中国联通进行合作，都是我们首批的合作伙伴。第3点，中国联通也将与中兴开展端到端的全面的合作，包括网络侧和终端侧。那么在终端侧，除了今天发布的5G 旗舰机以外，我们还在 CPE 模组以及新5G 的新型终端开展有益的这种尝试。那么这次中国联通参加 MWC 呢，也将与西班牙电信等全球合作伙伴开展全球化的合作，助力中国品牌的这个终端走向全球。谢谢大家。
Here's the summary. So Mr. Chen just shared his opinion and said that regarding 5G, the players in the industry is really moving faster than what was have been expected. And now the commercialization, especially the scale commercialization, is really the key. And the 5G cooperation between China Unicom and ZTE will focus on the following 3 important aspects. The first one is to boost the China 5G to be in the first camp in the world. Second, boost the China Unicom to be leading the 5G development. And the third one is to boost the ZTE's rapid development in 5G end-to-end solutions. So China Unicom and ZTE will carry out cooperation through 5G infrastructure and terminals. So regarding terminals, there will be cooperation through the 5G smartphones and also 5G CPE and diverse 5G products. Thank you very much. That's all.
See, look at that. That's efficiency. We're ahead of schedule, just like our delivery of our products. So that concludes our presentation. What I would like to do now is conclude the press conference by allowing our special guests to come up here for a group photo. But before we do that, I truly want to thank all of you, our media friends, our partners, for attending today, and I do hope you have a great show. So now we will finish with a group photo, so please, partners. Thank you, everyone.
Where did you go? Where did you go?